how much were each of you fans of this IP before you were on board, and how much research did you have to do to really get involved?
I think both Bobby and I actually became fans of the game and the franchise through this project. So I was, getting educated after Blumhouse initially told me about the project. And Bobby, when did you first?
I had heard of the game before we got the project, and then once we got the project, as we do in all of our jobs, we try to immerse ourselves. It was very easy for me. I mean, this is my nostalgia as restaurant animatronics. And I've kind of become a big fan. I mean, if you go into my office, I have the toys everywhere. I love it.
I love that. I know that you really wanted to stay true to the animatronics of the game. So what was the hardest and most challenging part about that, really recreating what you saw?
I think taking a digital character and bringing it into the real world, making sure that the textures look correct, the colors, that was the biggest challenge.
And for you, Emma, what's it like having to seamlessly insert these animatronics into the story with the real people and blend those two together?
Yeah, it was, I think, really just being aware of the tone that we were trying to strike throughout the movie, so that at no point did it feel like our actors didn't belong in a movie with animatronics, or our animatronics didn't belong in a movie with our actors. So that was just an ongoing process to make sure that all the departments and the cast and the puppeteers and the designers, we were all working towards the same shared tonal vision.
And speaking of tone, you've worked on things like Fraggle Rock, which is much different than Five Nights at Freddy's. What is the chord that you have to strike to make these creatures that could easily be cuddly or just kooky really, truly creepy?
I think Dark Crystal is a great example of a world-building project and these very delicate but yet somewhat menacing characters. For me, it's the textures. It's layering the color and the dirt and trying to convey realness. When someone sees it, you want them to instantly know what that thing is. That it looks like it's existed in this world forever. And yeah, I think.
Yeah, and then how they moved and expressed emotion, and that was also that felt like we needed to figure out what the FNAF version of that was, because it is different than a Muppet or a Fraggle or even a Dark Crystal creature. It really has its own feeling. So that was something that through the rehearsal process and the design period, we really nailed down.
Now, we're getting to know these guys in this movie. Hopefully there'll be more movies with more animatronics from future games. Do you have one each that you're most excited to get your hands on?
I do have one, but I'm not going to mention it right now.
I absolutely have my top one, but I don't think I can say.
Finally, you both worked very closely with Scott on this project. What has been your favorite bit of feedback from him over the course of the filming and production?
Well, all of his feedback was really imperative, and certainly building the animatronics, it was critical for our process. But I would actually say my favorite moment was when Scott said he was just enjoying sitting back and watching the dailies. That felt like he trusted the team. He was feeling good about what we were making, and he was getting to enjoy it. So that was awesome.
Yeah, he came to the workshop on set before we started filming, and that was the first time he'd seen them in person. And just watching him see these things for the first time, to me, that was worth the whole build. I think he really was excited to see his creations in real life.
Oh, I love that. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. It was great.